Gabriel Jesus, the talented Brazilian forward, is one of the most important players for Manchester City. However, it seems that he will be absent from the Leicester trip due to a number of reasons. Gabriel Jesus has been a key player for Manchester City since his arrival in 2017. He has scored some crucial goals for the team, including the winning goal in the 2019 FIFA World Cup final. He has also formed a lethal partnership with fellow Brazilian forward, Roberto Firmino, for the national team. This season, Jesus has been in fine form, scoring 9 goals in the Premier League and providing a number of assists. His ability to play as both a striker and a winger has made him a valuable asset for Manchester City. He has formed a strong partnership with the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Riyad Mahrez and Phil Foden, and has helped the team maintain their position at the top of the Premier League table. However, it seems that Jesus will be absent from Manchester City's upcoming trip to Leicester due to a number of reasons. The first and most obvious reason is his injury concerns. Jesus has been struggling with the hamstring injury that he picked up during a training session a few weeks ago. He missed Manchester City's last match against Fulham and is expected to be out for at least another week. According to reports, the injury is not serious, and the club is hopeful that Jesus will be able to return to training soon. However, the Leicester match may come too soon for him, and it seems unlikely that he will be risked if he is not 100% fit. This is a big blow for Manchester City, as Jesus has been one of their top performers this season. He has been involved in 16 goals in the Premier League so far, more than any other Manchester City player. Without him, City may struggle to find the back of the net against a tough Leicester side. Jesus was a revelation for the Gunners in the first half of the season following his £45 million summer transfer from Manchester City, racking up 11 direct goal involvements in 14 Premier League games to really set in motion the title challenge that Arsenal are still mounting. But a knee injury suffered while away with Brazil at the World Cup in December meant that 3 months out of action ensued. Jesus only made his return as a late substitute in Sunday's comfortable 3-0 win over Fulham at Craven Cottage. Although no doubt a huge boost in the final stretch of the season, Arsenal had continued their excellent form without Jesus and found goals from other sources. Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli in particular have both been outstanding in 2023. That means there is work to do to command the number 9 role he previously had. A big boost, it was the first step, Arteta said of the Brazilian's return. We didn't know whether it was the right game, but I looked him in the eye the day before and he said, "I am ready." Now he needs to earn his place like any other player. Arsenal will now pause their Premier League title charge for a few days as attention turns back to Europa League and the second leg of the last 16 tie against Sporting CP. The first leg in Portugal finished 2-2 last week, making this game as the Emirates effectively a one-off playoff. Crystal Palace at home will then be Arsenal's last game before the March international break. Let us explore the reasons why Jesus will not be able to play in the upcoming match and what this means for the team. Injury concerns. The first and most obvious reason why Gabriel Jesus will be absent from the Leicester trip is because of injury concerns. Jesus has been dealing with a hamstring injury that he picked up during a training session a few weeks ago. He missed City's last match against Fulham and is expected to be out for at least another week. With the Leicester game coming up, it seems unlikely that he will be fit in time to play. This is a huge blow for Manchester City, as Jesus is one of their top goal scorers this season. He has scored 9 goals in the Premier League so far, and his absence will be felt by the team. Without Jesus, City may struggle to find the back of the net against a tough Leicester side. International duty. Another reason why Gabriel Jesus may be absent from the Leicester trip is because of international duty. Jesus is a regular for the Brazilian national team and is expected to be called up for their upcoming World Cup qualifiers. If he is called up, he will be required to travel to South America to play in these matches. This means that Jesus will be unavailable for Manchester City's upcoming matches, including the Leicester game. While it is important for players to represent their countries, it can be frustrating for club managers who are left without some of their key players during important matches. Tactical reasons. Finally, Gabriel Jesus may be absent from the Leicester trip due to tactical reasons. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola is known for his tactical flexibility and may decide to rest Jesus for this match in order to try out a different formation or strategy. This is not uncommon in football, as managers often make changes to their starting lineups based on the opposition and the situation. While it may be disappointing for fans who want to see their star player in action, it is important for the manager to make decisions that are in the best interests of the team. What this means for Manchester City. Gabriel Jesus' absence from the Leicester trip will be a big blow for Manchester City. as he's one of their key players. However, the team is deep and talented enough to cope without him. One player who could step up in Jesus' absence is Sergio Aguero. The Argentine striker has struggled with injuries this season, but has shown in the past that he is more than capable of filling the void left by Jesus. Another option for Guardiola is to play Raheem Sterling up front, as he has played in that position before and has the pace and skill to trouble Leicester defense. Overall, while Jesus' absence will be felt by the team, Manchester City has the depth and talent to cope without him. It will be interesting to see how Guardiola decides to set up his team for the Leicester game, and whether or not they can continue their winning streak without one of their star players. Yet despite injuries to fellow forwards Eddie Nketiah and Leandro Trossard, his manager Arteta has insisted he won't be rushed back. Arteta said, "We will try not to rush him back. We will try to make a fair assessment between what he needs and when is comfortable, and as well giving the team a boost that it's going to need in the next few weeks for sure. Everything is going well. He needs time as well to get himself that confidence and that physical state that is necessary to compete with a free mind, and once he's free to do that, we will throw him in." Arsenal have 3 more games before the international break, and it is expected that Jesus will be involved in at least one of these. This weekend's London derby with Fulham now seems highly unlikely, but Jesus could make a cameo in the return fixture with Sporting at the Emirates on March 16. Providing he doesn't suffer a setback, then the home meeting with fellow capital rivals Crystal Palace on March 19 seemed a safe bet. In conclusion, Gabriel Jesus' absence from the Leicester trip will be a disappointment for Manchester City fans. Injury concerns, international duty, and tactical reasons are all possible factors that could keep him out of the match. While it is important for players to represent their countries and for managers to make tactical decisions, the absence of a top player like Jesus is always difficult to overcome. However, Manchester City is a deep and talented team, and they have the ability to cope without Jesus. The upcoming match against Leicester will be a tough test, but if they can continue their winning streak without one of their top goal scorers, it will be a testament to the team's strength and depth. In the long run, it is important for Manchester City to have Gabriel Jesus fit and firing. He has been one of their top performers this season, and his goals will be crucial in the pursuit of the Premier League titles and success in other competitions. The team will be hoping that he can recover from his injury quickly and be available for selection as soon as possible. In conclusion, while Gabriel Jesus' absence from the Leicester trip is a setback for Manchester City, the team has the talent and depth to overcome it. It will be interesting to see how they cope without him, and whether or not they can continue their winning streak. As always, Pep Guardiola will have a plan in place, and his team will be ready to give their all on the pitch.